This week's Friday is an imitation pattern. Here's how to tie my little CDC olive. Right, so the hook we got on the vise is a size 12, I suppose you could call it a medium dry fly hook. So it's quite a nice, heavyish sort of gauge for a dry fly. That makes sense. And you want to get your thread on, come down a couple of mil, come back in the centre like that, then, and what you're going to do, we're going to get a couple of CDC feathers, with 4, line the tips up, 2, 3, 4, line the tips up, change hands. And then what you want to do is length of the hook shank. I just pulled one of the feathers out there now. I'll show you what I do to line them up. No, you shouldn't really do it, but get a gauge of the length of your CDC, so like sort of the body length. Tie that up. Give it a couple of turns going down. And then you want to trim this then on a taper. Right to the back of the body. Working your way down to where you're going to catch the tail in. Catching all the cut ends of the CDC. Say there. And then you want to get your cocktail yarn fibres, say half a dozen. And they want to be about sort of the body length as well. So pull them off, measure them up on the top. Catch in, tie in all the way up to the CDC and come back down to this point there. And then you want to take your olive buzzer wrap, which is like a translucent tinsel. Catch that in on top, tie it down up to the thorax area. There. And then you want to take some super glue or varnish. Dab some of that along the back and wrap over the top. Slightly overlapping turns. To there. And then catch it off. Trim. Any excess varnish, just clean it off. But what I normally do, rather than going back and trying to line the feathers up, what I tend to do is I give it a bit of a haircut. So you pull the fibre, the CDC there, and you trim into the fibres, barber style. To line the tips up. Don't really have to, but just me being a bit pedantic. And then you take your grey squirrel. You want to try and get this a fine dubbing rope. Don't want too much of this because it's a bit too bulky. And slide it up. So you want to wrap down, come back up, back down. So overlapping turns, then you want to pull back the CDC, a couple of wraps in front, and then pull back everything. It's a little bit more dubbing actually, just to finish off. put everything back, wrap, put everything back. One little fibre there. And good finish. Trim. And varnish. That's my little olive imitation. And you can tie these down to size 18, but pond olives, lake olives, predominantly 12s, 14s, they're probably the size we use for lake olives, pond olives. Yeah, that's my olive imitation.
Another quick and easy pattern there from Matt Pate that you can try this weekend. And there are plenty more patterns on our website, hmflyfishing.co.uk. A big thank you to you guys for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe, and catch you later.